Hey everybody, this is Swamp Cleaner here, back with another video of where this is this year's Christmas special. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, the holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Now, I please hope that there's $7,000 coming my way, and no Happy Kwanzaa because that's not a thing. That was made up somewhere like 1973 or something like that. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hopefully, your eggnog is spiked to a good degree, not too. Don't get too rowdy now, everybody. But I hope you guys are enjoying. The New Year's is right around the corner. It's been a crazy 2025, so we're going to just have a laid back discussion about everything to do with Christmas. And I'm joined today with Random Ransom, Noble Bushy, and Vicious Kid. Say hi, everybody. How you guys doing?
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Well, we'll just get the ball started because this will just be just a laid back discussion. We'll just flow into whatever thing that comes our way. And let's say, do you guys use real Christmas trees or do you guys use the fake Christmas trees?
Oh, I use fake, unfortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Just because I think, let's see, the last time I had a real Christmas tree, I was living in an apartment with a friend of mine, and we put like candy canes up on it and everything. We called it our candy cane tree, and we determined not to take it down until all the candy canes were ripe. Which none of it took a really long time for them to fall off. So you can tell how on the ball we were for taking the Christmas tree down. But yeah, the needles always start to fall off. We just kind of left it there. We're like, that's going to be hard to clean up, and neither of us really wanted to do that. So I think sometime in like April or something like that, we're like, okay, we should probably get the Christmas tree down now, because I think that the candy canes are finally ripe.
April, good lord.
Yeah, no, trust me. We left it there for a long time. It was in a corner, so it was out of the way, and it was just making a mess, and neither of us really wanted to deal with it. So,
like, how big was it? Was it one of these like half size trees, or is it like you're good like 6 foot tall or something?
Oh no. This was like we were in an apartment, so it wasn't all that. It wasn't like a huge one. It was probably like I'm 6'7". I'm 6'7", so when I say it's not all that big, it's probably like 5 feet tall, 5.5. I don't know, somewhere around there. So it wasn't small, but by any means. But yeah, it's still not like. Now, when I think big, I'm thinking like taller than me, I guess. So it wasn't anything like that. How about you guys? Real or fake?
We have an artificial tree we put up every year. When I was a kid, we did a real tree once, but we always had artificial. And yeah, so we've got the one we have. My wife and I got. It actually has a. It was technically a 6-foot tree. That's because the last like 15 inches was one little strand that sticks straight up. So, but couldn't support a star. So I took a chopstick, stuck it in the hole of the post, and so it's there to this day. And I just wound the that one spire around it, and then so it works for our star now. But yeah, so it's about a 5-foot tree.
Dude, I like that.
I usually
that's like that homemade. That's like that homemade touch. No, I'm just saying that's like that the homemade touch right there.
Yeah, a little hack job there, but it works.
That's true. That's a good point.
As long as it works.
Exactly. I always prefer a real tree, but hadn't had one in quite a while. I've been doing the artificial because I didn't have a pickup truck. My daughter now has a pickup truck, so next year may do a real tree. But they're so expensive.
And again, the upkeep is tough, and you got to wait until the candy canes are ripe.
Yeah, you get the little special powder with like the tree feeder that you mix into the water that goes in there and stuff like that. Yeah, because we used to do that when I was a kid too. But then that was only for like until I think it was like 9 or 10 when we finally stopped, because my dad had a friend who was always worked on the local tree farm, so he was always able to get like a premium. He always was able to pick out a good tree for us to go and cut down. So but yeah, we had to stop doing that. So we just got like an artificial. Nowadays I just use like an artificial. It's like one of those pre-lit things, but like it's always like it always seems like you never touch it, but then the wires always seem like they always get like more and more tangled around the thing every single damn year. It's like
The gremlins, man.
Yeah.
They get in there and just tangle.
I don't get it. Like, cause I always have the lights all evenly sparsed out and stuff like that. And then when I'm done with the year, and we take all the ornaments off, and the light strands are still thinking, I was like, okay, carefully undo it and like fold it up and then put the thing. I'm like, okay, all the lights are still like nice and parsed out. Next year comes back, all the lights are clumped up somewhere. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't get it.
When I was a kid, and my mother every year used to do a flock tree. And if you think a regular tree is messy,
Oh yeah.
a flock tree is like
Flock
even
tree?
worse.
What's a flock tree?
That is when they spray it such that it looks like it's covered in snow.
Okay.
And they'll
Yeah.
do it with different colors. The white ones are really pretty, but the flock itself,
Wasn't that all toxic and shit?
it used to be because it used to be like shaved glass or something like that. It looked
Oh,
tiny,
lovely.
like so it would kill the hell out of dogs.
So
and
it's like
cats.
insulation.
More or less, yeah. It's I don't think it's that now, but it used to be.
No.
It would kill the heck out of animals.
Yeah,
And I know that.
Oh,
But yeah, they're gorgeous, but it's way more expensive, right? And then it's even messier.
wasn't there like a Simpsons episode where like they had the kids or somebody having to spray the trees and they keep spraying it with like the cans and they all get like high or something on the fumes? I remember
I wouldn't
that
doubt
show.
it.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing some kind of animated show that was like that. Kept on spraying the tree until it was covered, and they were like, "Ooh."
I think they used to sell cans of flock. Like you really got to have somebody that has a machine. But I think for a while they did sell cans with like flock your own tree, which is like, no, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, that's like, oh my god, just think about it, just chemicals everywhere. But that was back in the 90s when everybody was just like, nah, we can like still smoke cigarettes and everything's cool.
Chemicals, schmemicals.
Yeah, but we were healthier then, ironically.
That's
I know,
'cause
right?
that's because there's a certain amount of things that we weren't doing with our food. But yeah.
Exactly. I'm just saying, maybe the cigarettes are good for you. Maybe that's a lie too.
See, like,
Yeah, there
how
you go.
could it be that in the 50s and 60s you see people who are like they're wearing suits and they got hats on, they're smoking and they're drinking, but they're like, I don't know, like 165 pounds or something like that. Like, what the fuck?
Yep, it's I mean, not to get into the whole conspiratorial thing on food when we're talking about Christmas, but but yeah, no, it's quality of food, where our food comes from, what's in the food, whether or not we have dyes that are in the food that are trying to make lower quality food seem more appealing to people. It's a lot of different stuff that's all toxic stuff that's gotten into our bodies.
Well, you know what? I'll segue. Okay, about back to Christmas when it comes to food. You know those Christmas cookies, those Danish ones that people were making the viral videos about that they're actually made in India. Have you guys actually seen any of
Mm-mm.
those? Is that a real thing or is that just fake?
I saw the headline. I haven't looked into it. We used to get one of those every year. We haven't gotten them this year.
Yeah.
I wanna
'Cause-
come-
Not heard of that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that either. But I've been kind of off of social media for a bit of time. But I will say that I think I know the kind of cookies that you're talking about. But
yeah, the little like Danish, like the big old tins of like sugar cookies, or
They
like
have
the
the
Danish
little-
like butter cookies. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the little like cupcake liners in the stacks of cookies in there.
Oh, yeah, those have been around for like decades, essentially. It
Yeah.
wouldn't shock me that they were made in India. Everything is.
Well, I mean,
India
I
or
don't know
China.
what company it is, but like it's the one that makes like it's in the blue colored tin, I guess. But, like,
Yeah,
there's
Yep.
plenty of different other companies, I'm assuming,
Hmm.
because we got a tin of those for I think last Easter or something like that. Somebody bought one of those and brought them over, but it was from like some local company. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not using their feet and and molding it around on the floor and cutting it out into bits, uh, like the Indians do. But I still don't even think that's real. I seriously, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff, but I don't even know if that's real or not.
Well,
There's viral videos. You guys, when you guys are bored, you can look those up. It's like
Yeah,
the
I'll
Danish.
have to
butter
get that on
cookies.
my conspiracy to chase down list.
Yeah. It's
well,
like the
to
Danish, Indian-made Danish butter cookies. Yeah.
there you go. But I'd say to kind of comment on something that I am more familiar with. My favorite kind of cookies around Christmas is something that my aunt would make a lot. It's like a very thin sugar cookie with just this right kind of frosting on top of it. I'm not even sure how they're made, but they're just perfect. I love them. So
It does it like not have a ton of sugar in it because that almost sounds like German or something.
I think so, yeah, and I do have a decent amount of German in my family, so I wouldn't be surprised. Although it's German Polish kind of thing going on. So
Right? Yeah, I guess what that kind
Although-
of sounds like.
although for all I know, it might be Norwegian because there's also that. So
Right.
My mo-
The only thing one I like around here, and you can get it during the year here, but there's more of it during Christmas, is pralines.
okay,
Or those little like butter, like the little round little balls covered in like powdered sugar, and they're like they got the pecans
No.
inside. Oh, okay.
No, it's usually they're like random chunks and sizes, typically where
Oh, you mean like
It's,
peanut brittle?
it looks like that, but it's not.
Oh,
It's not as brittle and crunchy as peanut brittle. It's kind of in between a cookie texture and a brittle texture. So kind of like a fudge. It's almost like a fudge
Almost,
with
except it
a rounded nuts.
it's not near as thick, I guess, and it's pecans.
Oh, okay. Because
Yep.
the only way I think I remember seeing that, but I was like, I work at a beer distributor, and there was a brand that sold a stout this year for Christmas. It was called a Chestnut Praline Stout. So,
Hmm.
so
That
that's
sounds
probably
pretty good.
Yeah, probably the flavor of the praline and the chestnut and then the beer. Yeah, there's
It's either really good or really gross.
yeah, it's it's
Yeah.
like a dessert beer, so like it's like something you have after you have a meal. Yeah, I always see like a lot of like wacky and cool looking seasonal beers that come through all the time. So like I don't know if you guys heard of Mad Elf Trogs. It's a company. Yeah, they make it's like a cherry and honey infused ale. It's like 11%. So
11%. Holy crud!
Yeah, that's quite a beer.
yeah, like one or two of those in a night, and you'll be set.
Yeah, that's quite a nightcap there.
Yeah, they're really tasty. I have 4 left in a 6-pack upstairs. Yeah, I always grab myself a couple 6-packs around the holidays of those things. Those are really good because they sell really, really fast.
I ran across at HEB, which is a grocery chain in Texas. They had a candy cane soda for the season,
Ooh.
which
Is it like P2?
It tastes like a candy cane soda. Like it's not as bad as I saw that in with my family. We like to try like new things. We're like, okay, well let's check that out because it's it'll either be good and we like it, or it won't be good and we have a story. So it just tastes like if you turned a candy cane into a soda. It's not great, but it's not as bad as you might think. It's
But,
not
like,
quite as
is it-
pepperminty.
Okay, so it actually does have like a minty kind of like
Yes.
aftertaste. Oh,
Not like aftertaste, like it has a minty taste. It's a
Oh,
mint
okay.
soda.
And it's carbonated.
Yes.
That's
It's
probably
just like it's Sprite, but instead of lemon lime, it's peppermint.
Hmm.
Basically, it's HEB brand.
Was
Yeah.
it heavy tasting or not, or light, like a light taste like Sprite?
It's not as overbearing as I was concerned. It's lighter, basically like if Sprite were a mint flavor instead of lemon lime.
That's probably
So,
pretty good.
yeah.
I'd drink some of that.
So my thing was, I was like, what would I mix this with? What do I want to cut it with?
Schnapps.
Because like it would probably make a fantastic holiday mixer. I'm just
Peppermint
not that
schnapps.
versed. Yeah.
Like a
think
coffee liqueur or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, like you could actually make, if you mixed it with make like a peppermint mocha, sparkling peppermint mocha. I don't know.
Peppermint Russian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm probably a little bit more on Swamp Cleaners level there. Where I just don't even like peppermint stuff. So like candy cane, nah. I had the candy canes on the tree. I was talking about the candy canes getting ripe and everything, but no.
I love peppermint. I will. That's why the soda kind of sounded pretty cool.
Like a peppermint mocha itself is not bad. Yeah. But like I don't know about like the bubbly soda part of it because it'll probably be like a little harsh with the taste too. Probably.
Yeah, it was. I would. It's one of those things where I'm like, I would put it on your list to try if you ran across it. But the only place I've seen it is an HEB store brand.
Yeah, I'd take a sip, but if
Yeah.
there's like a little taste booth, it'd be like, here, try our peppermint soda. I'm like, oh, okay. Take a little sip. I'm like,
I'm like
no.
Noble though. I'll if it's weird, I'd love to just take a shot at and see what it's like. Just because why not?
Yeah, that's one of my family's holiday traditions. Is we try to have something, something good. We always look for something new and good and new and weird. So
Yeah.
we want something that you'll make a face. Now it might be good weird, but it's definitely going to be weird. Like one year we had squid jerky. We found at the Korean, like the Asian mart. Yeah.
Squid jerky.
Yeah, dried squid. It's
Yeah. It
Interesting.
was better than you might expect.
Had to come
yeah.
off
If you're okay
kind
with
of fishy
seafood.
though, huh?
Well, it's squid.
Squid actually isn't that fishy. It's probably one of the lesser fishy seafoods out there. Like it is a little bit, but not so much as a lot of others. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say. So it sounds like your family would be taking the like old school YouTube video, guess this soda,
Yeah.
videos, where they're like,
In the wooden
It's
box,
not-
and you drink like from a straw.
It's
yeah,
not
something like
it's
that.
not quite Good Mythical Morning where we're making weird stuff for the sake of just getting a reaction. What we want is something that's actually made, like something that's actually sold. Not because you can make something
Oh, no.
gross very easily, but this is actually something somebody buys or has sold, and we're like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
well this is new and let's try it out. Just see
Oh,
what
no.
happens.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about that stuff. Like the videos that I'm talking about are like, YouTubers would be like, okay, we're gonna guess this soda, and they would buy like
Okay.
there are companies that make really weird off the wall flavored
Yeah.
sodas that are out there. So
Jones.
it's
Jones
not just like
Company.
corn soda or anything,
Well,
Sweet corn. Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
one. It's
Yeah.
neon yellow, and apparently that's one of the most disgusting ones. That and the ranch one.
Apparently.
no.
There's a ranch one. That was
Ranch
supposed to be
dressing,
foul.
yeah.
I love ranch. I do not want that in a sparkling beverage.
You
I
never
saw-
know.
I
You
saw-
might like it.
I saw
Um,
Andrew Zimmerman try it, and that dude will like eat anything, and he was
Oh.
like, "That's just the most disgusting thing."
Ooh. All right. Well, besides ranch flavored soda and squid jerky, I'll tell you guys something that I know you guys would all love to try. Like my stepmother. Sorry, my stepmother has a recipe for, and I forget what she calls it, but they're like flattened mac. You take like a macaroon and you flatten it out into like kind of like a very flat shaped thin wafer kind of thing, and you bake it again, but you put like a little bit of like sugar glaze on top, where you can put like afterward like a I think like a peanut. I think that's what it is, praline, like a praline spread on the top after you bake it. because then it becomes like this crispy wafered like macaroon with like
Hmm.
this like either like honey glaze layer on it, and it's like really good. So-
Before you said bake it again, I thought you were gonna say fry it, but I'm from the south, so that's kind of how we default to.
Well, yeah, you fry everything.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it turns like it's like a nice little flat round like cookie wafer thing, and it has like some like nice little like praline or whatever on top. Yeah, that's
What
pretty
did
good.
she flatten it with?
I think she just rolls it out. She like rolls it with a rolling pin, makes it like super flat,
Oh, okay.
and then like cuts like a circle out of it.
That's
With a-
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, because I think she just makes a giant like mix of like almost kind of like macaroon base, like macaroon batter, pretty much, and then like spreads that out, rolls it all over.
It does like a whole sheet at one time, and then
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, because it bakes up and then like because the coconut gets all crisp and stuff because it's like the literally like coconut and um the whatever the sugar and the whatever binding it is, whatever you do to make a macaroon. So
That
yeah,
sounds
it's
pretty
really,
good.
yeah, it's really tasty.
Interesting. Yeah, sounds good. We'll have a mix of chocolates. Thanksgiving's a big turkey meal. For Christmas, we
Yes.
like to do something. I like to do since I usually host since I've been married. And my wife and I will get like crackers and cheese. Growing up, on Christmas Day we would go to my dad's side of the family, which is a big side of the family. They'd always have some smoked Gouda, and then stuff around getting ready for meals. So the meal I never remember, but all the like the hors d'oeuvres and the relish tray. So there would always be black
Those are my
olives and
favorite. Yeah,
little
those are
pickles.
all my favorite. You're talking about
Yep.
all my favorite things.
And so that ends up being kind of our Christmas meal. Christmas Eve is when my parents and family comes over, and we do like a relish tray. We just snack on stuff, and then we have our little Christmas present game. And then eggnog. I have to have eggnog at least once through the Christmas season. One glass, sometimes that's enough.
Yeah, right.
But at
It's
least
like
one.
you usually I get that very sparing. I always get like a small bottle of it. So like one of those little like from the because I live in the central PA, so there's like a bunch of like private farms, and they sell everything, so you can get that stuff made nice and fresh, and it tastes really good. So, but yeah, I love getting like if somebody gets me Hickory Farms or something, I love getting that for a Christmas present because I'll cut that up with the cheese and the crackers and the mustards and
Oh, I love that.
oh man, yeah, get like a bottle of wine or something like that, and boom, I'm at it.
Yep. That's
What about you,
definitely like-
Random? You get do you like your wine and your cheese and your meats and your crackers?
Well, like every once in a while, I have a glass of wine or something like that, but I really don't drink that much alcohol, honestly. Kind of like at celebrations or maybe with
Champagne for
a
New
good
Year's?
meal or something. Huh?
Champagne for New Year's?
Maybe. Even that doesn't happen all that often. This year, I'm actually working
Here.
both holidays.
Oh, darn it, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question for you. This is even though this is a little tangent from Christmas. Has anybody been to one of those quintessential New Year's Eve parties that you probably see that in the movie, like a facsimile to it? People wearing the hats, got the streamers. There's like a band playing, or like fireworks going off. People making out in the corner, getting in trouble.
People making out in the corner.
I have not. We would have a semi-official annual-ish growing up New Year's Eve party where we just invite all the kids from church or school or homeschool group, and we just because New Year's Eve they were usually, especially being in the church, they were doing something with the family, and then the day before New Year's Eve was usually busy, so we'd usually try to do 3 days before, invite everybody over. We had all the game consoles,
Mhm.
and then that was our
Oh,
deal.
that would be fun.
And yeah, and then that way, then New Year's Eve, they had all their family stuff, so we just try to get as many friends over as we could, and we'd just play video games until we passed out.
So now, what kind of game consoles? Are we talking about like Nintendo 64, like Xbox, or are we talking about like NES and like
Oh,
Sega.
we
Sega?
had it all. So
Oh, nice.
I'm the oldest of 4 brothers. One is passed a number of years ago, but
Sorry for your loss.
so I appreciate it. But we basically had them all. So we had the Dreamcast, we had so this was late 90s,
Yeah, okay.
mid late 90s that we were really doing this the most. We had Super Nintendo, we had the Nintendo, we had our Super Nintendo, we had the N64, we had the PlayStation 2, I think was current at the time. I don't remember if Xbox had come out. We had a Sega Dreamcast, we had our computers. So there was just something going on all the time. And then our friends would bring their stuff.
Nice.
That's actually one of those. It wasn't a New Year's Eve event.
LAN
but
party.
Yeah, pretty much. We would
LAN
do some of
party.
that too. Good times. That's actually when I first saw. It hadn't even been announced in the U.S. yet, but it was. My friend had a Japanese, like a Super Nintendo backup system, where you could write the games. You could copy the games to disc. So he got a copy of Super Smash Brothers in Japanese before we even knew about it in the U.S. and our minds were just blown.
Nice.
That was so. Of course, we'd had plenty of that going on when it came out.
And for any of the kids watching, if you were confused about what just happened earlier, a LAN party is when you would physically take 2, maybe even sometimes, I think, what is it, only a maximum 2 consoles, or could you do more than 2? Could you do like 3?
Once the Xbox came out, it acted like a computer, so you could have up to 4 sometimes. But
okay.
Sometimes you just have.
What you would do, kids, is you would take things called wires, and you'd connect all the consoles together in the back with the wires, and they would all be able to play in like a multiplayer setting where it's more than 4 people playing on a console. Isn't that wonderful?
We would do that with PCs, though.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. It's not the consoles per se, but
yeah, that was online crossplay before online was a thing.
Nah.
Yeah, basically intranet type stuff.
Yeah, it was our own personal net, and if you're not a friend, you ain't in it.
Yeah.
There used to be places. I mean, they don't exist anymore. But back in the day, there'd be places where somebody would set up like a shop, and they'd have computers for you to use, and you and your friends would go there for like a party or just whatever. A bunch of dude friends go there, and like you use their computers and you play StarCraft or Quake or Doom or something.
Yeah, it's like a LAN cafe essentially.
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember those. I went to 2 birthday parties at one of those. Two friends had birthday parties at those.
Okay.
It was actually awesome because you didn't have to worry about nothing. You didn't have to like tote a computer around or anything. You just went and used what they had, and they were responsible for it. So.
Yeah, you pay for time, and all that. So because they got to make money somehow.
There'd be like one where it's just like on GTA doing something, then somebody else is playing like Smash Brothers, and then somebody else is playing.
Oh no, this is like Doom and Quake,
Yeah, you were using the network at the place, and it was a LAN party more or less, but you paid for the privilege to use their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was great because you could yell at your friends, or because they were just right over there.
No headset needed.
Exactly, you just yell and holler at them. Yep.
NSA can't
Words you
listen
can't
on
say
that.
on YouTube. Boo.
Good old
But
days.
Yeah, to go back to the original question. First time I think it was the first time I had champagne. Was at a New Year's party, but it wasn't anything big, so it wasn't like some big thing where there were people making out in the corner. It was just a friend's house. Went over to her place. Her husband and her kids were there. So, but yeah, I mean, it was nothing big, but yeah, that's I think one of the only things that comes to mind, because I think that mostly I've been I just stayed at home with my family. And when I say family, I mean my mom, my siblings and whatnot. So, and there wasn't any champagne there. So, and there was no one making out in the corner. Gosh, that would just be creepy and weird.
Well, it's a big party and everybody's having fun, and I don't know. There's some mistletoe, and it's
Hey, it's Arkansas. We can do what we want.
It's a meme, guys. The meme. We're
Yeah.
we know
Well, I
not
guess
everybody
we-
in Arkansas or Alabama.
Well, I guess maybe I'm projecting because, like, me and my mother, like, several years ago, we did one of those cruises, but it was like over the holiday. Well, after Christmas, but it was like through New Year's. So we were actually on the boat for New Year's Eve, and there was like they had a big, New Year's Eve party. They had a DJ. They had streamers, lights, disco, everything going on. People with party hats, champagne. So it was, and there's people in the corner there having fun. So, yeah, it was one of those. That was like, it was pretty much when it comes to my New Year's Eve, it's pretty much just either sitting in front of the TV watching either like some kind of like movie or like the ball drop, or that one time that I did actually something crazy like that. So,
Swamp only goes to like the making out Christmas Eve parties. It's like a requirement. It's like, do people make out here? Okay, I'm gonna go.
like,
But it has to be in a corner.
yeah, because you gotta keep it secret.
Exactly. It's designated in this corner. There's one corner for making out.
I mean, New Year's Eve joy. I mean, but got to keep it, a little bit more intimate, right? Because you don't know if you don't know who's at the party. So, all right. So let's say now we did some foods. Like, now we were doing cookies and treats and stuff. Is there anything that you like for like Christmas dinner? Because I know a lot of people are divided when it comes to like Thanksgiving. Turkey is the get-go. When it comes to Christmas, it's more varied. We're doing ham this year. We've actually done ham the past several years. So what do you guys prefer? Is it like turkey again, just like Thanksgiving, or is it more like a ham, or is this something else? Some people do fish.
Actually, yeah, fish could be good. You get nice salmon.
A Christmas fish?
Sure.
Well, just think fried, and I think you'll be okay, right?
There you
yeah,
go.
Okay, all right. That makes it better. Because I was going to actually say fried turkey to answer your question, but
There you go.
Fried turkey. Okay.
I prefer a roast if we're gonna do a big meal. So like either a rib roast, or like lamb, nice lamb roast, like a lamb or something
that's a
like
good
that.
idea.
Yeah, actually,
Because sometimes. So what I actually have is I had some extra turkeys this last year, or this for after Thanksgiving. So I just carved the breasts off and the legs off and smoked those, and I've got that sliced up in the freezer. So I'm just going to warm that up for the Christmas meal, and probably sous vide, get it up to temperature, a little butter in there, and then have slices of that to munch on. But I'll do something. I don't like to overdo the turkey. As I get older, I'm like, turkey once a year is good.
yeah. Actually,
I love. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You go ahead.
I'll be quick. It's I'd say that no Bushy, you brought up both of the ones that I would actually prefer. It's beef or lamb. So and roast is a very good way to go with that. So I agree.
I've never done the roast, but I may have to because that's a really that's a pretty good one without having to do turkey twice. I just happen to really love turkey, so I can do turkey twice. And down here we fried turkeys. That's simple to get, not easy to do. And all those videos you see on the internet are true.
People burning their houses down.
Yes, because it's actually super dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Because it's the burner, if that oil catches, it is over for your house.
And superheated oil, what could go wrong, right?
Well, in the mistake, if it spills, that the spilling thing is something that happens, right? And then that oil goes, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is if you don't know any better and you put a frozen turkey in the oil, it explodes.
Oof. Yep.
Which means the oil and the flame again, right? So I mean, yeah, it's you got to know how to do that. It's you got to put the whole bird in there at once, so it's a big deal. But we'll usually buy them and get them like that, and that's kind of like my favorite thing. But I do make them myself every so often. So not the fried, the regular.
I may do fried turkey one of these days. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Have you done one before?
Smoke. No, I haven't done it. I haven't done deep fried turkey myself before. So I'll smoke. I've gotten around to where I smoke a turkey. What I'd actually like to do is smoke and then fry. And I think
it needs to be really dry.
No. The smoke keeps it moist. Because I've got one of the boiler smoke. It's got the pan of water, so the moist is always already so the smoker already keeps it moist. That's just on my list of when I get around to it. I'm going to try it out and just see. It could be horrible, or it could be amazing, or it
could be awesome. Or you could burn your house down.
Or could burn my house down. I am paranoid. I am just paranoid enough. I'm usually safe around things like that. I recognize that when you're deep frying a turkey, you're essentially cooking with a bomb, and you just have to be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
If you make the explosion slow enough, it
right.
Rather than disintegrating things, it nicely bastes them.
Just a mild boil over instead of an explosion. But no, yeah, I'm very tempted, because we are doing the ham this year. But no, I was tempted, like what you guys were saying earlier, like a roast, because my father used to make really good beef roasts. He would make like a traditional English style with like the dark gravy, Yorkshire pudding, Brussels sprouts. That was really, really good. So yeah, I'm tempted to do that maybe next year. But no, we're doing ham again because we do like hams. I think we do like cheesy scalloped potatoes, asparagus. Somebody does like another side, stuff like that. So that's usually what
Noble, what piece of meat do you use for your beef roast for that?
I like my favorite is a standing rib roast just because it looks nice. Okay. But
I may try something like that this year.
Yeah,
actually.
But you can get anything. I mean, as long as you prep it well, then it'll be fine. So rib roast is fantastic. But you could do a sirloin, something like that. Good amount of just garlic and seasoning on it, and
right.
Depends on if you like a nice oven roast, and then just make sure it doesn't dry out. It'll come out great.
Have like a little good mint sauce on the side.
Yeah, sirloin is great. I will second that.
Yeah, a little mint sauce on the side. My father used to make great mint sauce.
I've never actually had that.
It's like kind of like an herby kind of like base. It's because you make it with mint paste, parsley. There's I forgot what else is there. There's like a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and all that. It's kind of like grind it with a little thing you're making a spice. Those the palette the flat
mortar and pestle.
Yeah. And you grind
so it's savory and pepper and minty.
Yeah,
kind of kind of like an herby pesto, but with a little mint in there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oil and spice, or oil and herbs with a little mint. Yeah.
Huh.
The
okay.
mint gives it a nice. If it's not overdone, similar to others, it'll just give it a little freshness. Like parsley. Parsley is halfway there anyway. It's the crisp,
Yeah.
fresh flavor to
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
My grandmother used to have mint growing in her yard, so we just grab that off sometimes and just pop a little mint leaf in your mouth.
Oh yeah, my grandmother used to do the same thing. She grew tomatoes, parsley, garlic, mint, all that good stuff. Bring back memories, man. Freaking
Yep.
Great, like pick off a tomato, wash it off quick, grab some salt,
Oh
cut it,
yeah.
put the salt in there, munch
Yep.
on it.
I did
And there you
some. I didn't have them this year, but fresh tomatoes in a caprese salad with some mozzarella cheese and then basil from the same garden too.
And
It's
a
good
nice
stuff.
vinaigrette,
hmm
maybe a balsamic or something like that.
That's another good one for holiday. That like caprese salads. I like Roma or just like your hothouse tomatoes, and then the sliced mozzarella pieces, and you stack them, and then like it's like its own little patty, perfect little serving size. I say little, about 2.5 inches around.
All right. Now, we all know that good food is very memorable, and maybe good food can spark a good memory or two, a fond memory of Christmases past. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a fun time out with the family. Maybe it's spending time with friends. Maybe it's bittersweet. Maybe it's really happy and lovely. But Eddie, you guys, let's go around the table. Are there any fond memories that you don't need to dock yourself or have to expose yourself too much, but any fond memories that you've had as like a kid, opening presents, as like an adult, a teenager, anything like that, like a fond memory that sticks out to you during the Christmas season?
Well, I'll actually share something that's I don't know if it's entirely unique, just because I'm sure my mom's not the only one who um, did this type of thing. But just in case anyone noticed, I keep on referring to my mom. I come from a single parent household, so she was my dad divorced my mom when I was very young, and then she stayed single for a while before remarrying. But regardless, as my mom raised me and my sisters, she never I understand that like some people really enjoy having or trying to cultivate a bit of childhood wonder. My mom never told us about Santa Claus. She would told us what Santa Claus was based upon, but she raised us just knowing that the gifts were from her, that we were celebrating Christmas because it was in remembrance and celebration of the birth of our Lord and Savior. So in a very I guess interesting way, I have a way of looking back at that and seeing that like there wasn't that break of wait, Santa Claus doesn't exist, moment. Big surprise to anybody who's listening to this who doesn't know that, but no. But yeah, no, I mean Saint Nicholas being a guy from like 300 AD, but a really nice guy, but possibly punched Arius in the face, but not the jolly old Saint Nick guy with the white beard, red cap and coming down your chimney and whatnot. So even though it seems very strange that would be something I'd look back at fondly, I think that's something that makes my conception of or my thoughts of my Christmas is somewhat unique in terms of my childhood. So yeah.
All right. Any one that sticks out particular? Like what do you want to go through? Any like made you particularly happy, or a time that you were like just like remembering that sticks out about how it's like you're really happy about being with family and friends in Christmas? Like
Oh,
out
I mean,
caroling or like sledding down the hill or something like that.
gotcha. Well, I mean, I think that every year we would come together with family and whatnot. So it was very much of something that there was a lot of enjoyment in that. So I don't know if I'd be able to pick one out completely, but yeah, I know we because I live up in Wisconsin, where the quartering currently calls home.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But so we definitely have a lot of snow that happens. So yeah, sledding down hills was where I lived as a child. There was one hill that would go down and another hill that would go down, and we'd sled down that quite often. So make snowman and whatnot. So yeah, it was a really fun time. But again, that's something that's kind of littered throughout my childhood. I don't know if there's really one in particular that I'd pick out.
All right, who wants to go next? Noble?
Yeah, I'll. We have my childhood was kind of in a couple phases. One where I grew up in the Northwest in Seattle area, and that's where all my my dad's family is from, and my mom's family in a little bit further out of the way. So we'd spend usually the week leading up with my mom's side of the family, and then Christmas Eve was always Christmas Eve is especially special to me. That was what we would do with our own family. Usually, it was and so we'd open presents on Christmas Eve, because on Christmas Day we would go over to my dad's extended family. So Christmas Eve was usually waiting in the living room. We lived with my dad's mom, my grandmother, for a while. As my dad wrapped the presents for us to immediately unwrap, because he'd been so busy he hadn't got around to it yet. Then comes in and we open all of our presents, and then so that we had dinner, usually as some Christmas service, and we'd open all of our individual presents, and then my grandmother loved the Santa. She'd put out presents after we went to bed from Santa. My parents really didn't tell the Santa. I mean, they told us the Saint Nicholas, and so I had this blend of like knowing the tradition, like the real story of Saint Nicholas, but also kind of picking up on the cultural stuff, and then realizing later on, I was like, wait, these don't fit together. These aren't the same, and having to reconcile that. But Christmas Eve is especially special, because that to me is that's your immediate family day. And then Christmas morning, we'd get up, go downstairs. There'd be some stuff. One Christmas, there was this toy or building toy called Omoggles, and it was basically giant like constructs or like Tinker Toys or plastic. And my dad had stayed up late and built. So they were just like basically PVC, but turned into building blocks. So you had
Is it like
different corners and edges,
like connector, whatever that thing is? That the
kind
kids
of like
connect?
connects.
Yeah,
But it
or
was
whatever.
tubes,
Oh, okay.
and joints. Like you would again, just like PVC stuff, but instead of just elbows, you had 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways.
Oh,
And
okay.
he built a little fort and slide out of it, and so that was a particularly fun one. We went down there, and we'd get up and wait for parents to get up and open presents, and then immediately have to ignore the presents, go get dressed so we could go over to the extended family, to my great aunts, and then we had tons of we were the youngest of all of them, so we would just wander around, eating snacks, playing a foosball table, ping pong, and so just wandering around looking for stuff to do, anxious to get back to our presents, but just hanging out with family until dinner time. And then as we got older, we ended up moving to Texas, which is where I am now and have been since. And so so growing up in the Northwest, it was me and my 3 younger brothers, and then in Texas, my parents had a daughter, so she was the baby of the family. One of my favorite stories there is she was fairly young. We get up Christmas morning, or maybe it was Christmas. I can't remember. We were unwrapping presents. Might have been Christmas Eve, and we were in Texas. We hadn't gone up to the Northwest that year, and she's just gotten old enough where she can unwrap her own presents, and she's the baby, so she's just spoiled. Well, there was this big dollhouse, that playhouse that they'd gotten her in this big box, and she's playing with her toys, and they're like, Suzanne, you have one more. She turns around, peels the paper off, and goes, a box, and then turns around and immediately starts playing with her toys again, because she's just
So
done. She's already got her stuff. Yeah, she didn't care about she opens it up, saw it was a box, and she's done. She wants to go back to playing with her toys.
Wow. That's hey, that's like it's pretty much almost like there's like she's got like this way that she's like, nope, there's too much excess now. I'm gonna just try to like keep it simple now.
Yep.
Hey, I was playing with these toys over here. It's nice that you got me this other thing, but I was still playing with these toys over here.
Yeah, like leave me be. Like I want to just focus on the one. That's pretty cool. I like that. Because at least you know that she'll be able to focus on one task. It's not like she's going to be jumping around like with all the social media stuff nowadays, just destroying the kids' attention spans. She'll actually be able to sit down and complete something. But
that's a good point, actually.
But man, when you were talking about how you would just go hang around, have some snacks, and play some foosball, you just unrattled memories. I used to go occasionally we used to go celebrate Christmas at my godfather's house. This is back when I lived up in Canada, and he has a pretty big basement, and he's got like a bunch of stuff lying around down there. He's got like a pool table. He's got like an old antique bike in the corner, something like that. But he's got this. At the time, he had a Windows 98, and we didn't have a Windows 98 where I was. So, and he had this suite, this software suite that had like 1,001 games, and it's all like these like Windows 95, Windows 98 games, like kind of like a Midway kind of thing, carnival thing, like shoot the clowns, hit the balloons, stuff like that, and it would like trace with the mouse pad, and like it would have like other games like kind of like Tetris, and like all those old like suites that like would come with like the Windows 98. Oh man, I would be sitting down there for like close to an hour until they'd start yelling for me because dinner's ready. And I'm like all like, no, I need to play a little bit more. Oh man, that just like flooded back memories. I forgot what all the games were, but it's like those side scrolling like silly little games that you'd get that you like those like $5 CDs that would have like 1,001 games on them.
Yep. Pack whatever they could find on there, fill it full of shareware and stuff too. We had one of those on our first desktop that it was just full of just packed. It was a first computer with a CD-ROM packed full of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Half of it was garbage, but it was on there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was so fun. Yeah, you'd play like a rudimentary like Duck Hunter or whatever like that, and like you aim and shoot. There'd be like you could play like 3D golf and all that, whatever. Oh man, you remember those, Mauritius?
Oh yeah. That's back in the days when there was actually shareware. So it kind of encouraged those things, right? Because you get your stuff out, and you never, that's how stuff took off. I wish they still did that. You barely get demos now.
I
Well,
know.
I mean, you can find some free stuff, on Steam and whatnot. So free to play and all that. But yeah, no, it's
Well,
nothing like
the
it used to be.
the free web stuff has kind of taken the place of that. I mean, I look back at the stuff you can play for free on a website. Like a lot of it is better than what we paid $30-$50 for back when I was young.
Do you guys? Oh, you know
Can
what? Do you
be.
guys remember the You'd
Can
ski
be.
downhill, and and you're being chased by the Yeti,
Yep.
and you have to keep skiing until he eats you.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
I remember that, and I don't know what I played it on.
I
It
played
was a
that,
Windows.
I think, on a 95 or something.
Yeah, I think it's I think that came with Windows 95.
Was it?
Every version of Windows came with some weird game. Minesweeper was introduced with one, so you had the point and click.
Yeah, that was after Minesweeper though. That was
Ski
the
jump.
Yeah.
Was it called Ski
Yep.
Jump?
I hated it.
Ski jump game.
Yeah.
I like the pinball though. The pinball was always good.
The
The
pinball,
pinball
was
game
really
that was
good.
just yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that was good too.
Was
ended
that
up
where you
getting-
use both the shift keys in order to click the?
yeah, and the graphics on it. Somebody put some time in on that.
And then if you hit the space bar, it shakes the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Artificially.
Yep.
Ski
If you
free.
shake it too much, then it goes, oh,
Ski-free.
tilt.
That's
Ski
it.
free,
Ski
that's right.
free is it? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god. Now that brings back memories. Now that brings back memories. Oh yeah. And then there's always like the silly guy who's like trying to like ski down. He's got like his legs crossed, and then you run him over, and he's like, "Arr." Because you get also to get away from the Yeti or whatever it is, the abominable snowman. You try to like ski towards somebody else, and then he'll like eat them quick before he like comes after you. Kind of like delays stuff, but like there's no way to win. I think there's no way to win. Like eventually.
Oh,
No,
I'm sure someone
just-
found some way to win.
Yeah, it was just one of those where you just kept going on as long as you could.
Yeah.
What about you, Vermicious? Any key Christmas memories?
Yeah.
You
Fun
know,
time.
Christmas is I'm one of those annoying people where Christmas is like one of my favorite times of the year for multiple reasons, and I've really always try to soak it up as much as I can. I mean, obviously it changes when you get older and you have your own children and stuff like that. It alters. It's just as good. It just goes. You're coming from the other angle though. But I always remember the thing, and it's really the thing I guess I miss the most is basically when all your extended family was still around, right?
Mhm.
And we would throw pretty big parties where everyone would come, because not every most people were fairly close by, right? And maybe an hour away or something like that, but everybody would show up and it would be a big party. That I always miss that now as an older guy, right? Where just all the funny stuff that would happen, and you'd have like the relatives that were throwing down on the alcohol, and
Yeah, the one drunk uncle or something.
I had an aunt. She was my grandmother's sister. Called her Nanny. Nanny really liked to. She wasn't like an alcoholic or anything, but man, if there was like a party, she's the first one who's just lit and saying goofy things. That's the kind of stuff I really remember the most that I miss. Right? I mean, and it's all pretty good stuff for me. So
Yeah, that reminds. Well, luckily, my wife, she still has a very large family, and they do. It's now become every other year, but they do exactly that. They have like a giant family Christmas party. Everybody they do it at a fire hall, so they rent out the fire hall.
wow.
And, yeah, because there's like over 100 people that show up. So.
Good Lord. Dude, that must be awesome.
Oh yeah, we do like raffles, Secret Santas. There's like we play music. People are like dancing, singing. People are in the corner making out. No, no,
Uh,
no, no.
no, only second cousins. It's okay.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
it's,
right,
it's
right.
legal. It's legal.
But no, it always seems like every year or every other there's always somebody new to the family because there's like kids and then grandkids and cousins, second cousins, and
That's how that's supposed to work.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And people will keep getting married and and like every other year there's like, oh look, you have 2 kids now. It's like, oh okay, you just had the one. We're like, no, you were just pregnant with your first one the last time I saw you. Now you got 2. What? Yeah, so that's how that goes. So yeah, I get that experience. That's always fun because there's there's always like the matriarch of the family, and then like it branches because it's the matriarch right now because she's still alive, and then it's the 4 main brothers who like the sons, and then it branches out from there. And I'm married to one of the daughters of one of the sons, so I'm pretty much close to the top. So I have to like get involved with like doing like a lot of like Secret Santas and organizing things and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of work, but like
We always
you
have
really see this family structure and hierarchy that happens when it comes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always have the same thing here where there's always a hierarchy, right? Like you have the older folks, they're not necessarily they're not cooking anything maybe or something like that, but everyone's tending to them and they're kind of making their decisions about what happens based on what they want. And then you got the slightly younger folks who are doing the cooking, and it rolls down. There's always a hierarchy every single time.
Yeah, it's like Goodfellas without the murder.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And everyone gets it. If you live long enough, and that's the goal, everyone takes their turn in the hierarchy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies, we'll do a quick rounds of. Now I know the last time we did like what is a Christmas movie. We're not going to touch on that. We're just going to talk about favorite Christmas movies. All right. Let's get Random. You start ahead. Some favorite Christmas movies that you've seen.
Let's see here. I'm probably gonna go a little bit old school, I suppose. I always remember "It's a Wonderful Life," being on in the background. That's just kind of like
I knew
a
you were gonna
staple.
say that. For some
Yeah,
reason,
well,
I
I
knew
mean-
you were going to say that.
Well, it's because it's something that I think, I don't know if it's still being played or not, but it's
yes,
something that
yes,
was always on.
It's always on like
Um,
TCM or something. It's I always see it on.
Something like that.
probably
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably the best written one, right? Like that's as far as a piece of art. That
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd probably also go a little bit one that can kind of be watched just around the end of the year. It doesn't even need to be particularly Christmas, though it relates to Christmas. Would be The Nightmare Before Christmas. One of my favorite films.
All right.
Because that one, I remember when that came out in theaters. So it's something I try and watch at least once a year.
That's a
All
good
right.
one.
But,
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like because it's in a way trying to teach people to do what they're good at, to not get caught up in what you think is just the normal what's going on, because you might be missing what you're good at and what you enjoy. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Yeah, my wife likes Nightmare Before Halloween.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Or Night Before Christmas.
Well,
Sorry about that.
no. The cool
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
the cool thing is because of the theme and everything. That's the reason why it's good for the end of the year. Is that it can be watched
It's both.
during Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be watched during Christmas. So it's just that last couple months of the year. It's just like, oh wow, this is perfect.
Tim Burton trying to like corner both markets.
Exactly.
All right. Go ahead, Vermicious.
I as I mentioned earlier, I love Christmas, and I keep a large media collection, and I have a section just for Christmas. And
Same
I have
here,
lots
same
of
here.
I have lots of stuff in there. A lot of like the little 30-minute cartoons from the 70s and the 60s and stuff like that. But one of the ones I watch every year is Eight Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler.
Mhm.
That's like one of my go-to Christmas movies. I know that's probably kind of weird, but I love it. And I like that kind of humor. It's goofy, right? I think it's awesome. But I was gonna, that's what, is that late 90s or early
Early,
2000s?
I think it's early 2000s.
Yeah. So it's got some age on it. It's not super old. Christmas Vacation is a must watch for me every year. But a new one that I found that I really liked, I've watched it several times now, is Fat Man
Fat Man.
with Mel Gibson.
Hmm.
That is the
Okay.
weirdest Christmas movie. And when I first saw it, I was like, that's weird. I just want to check it out. I started watching it. I'm like, this is goofy and maybe too goofy for me. But then I watched it all the way through. I couldn't stop watching it. So that is a great one to try. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but it's pretty good. It adheres to kind of basically the whole thing in a weird modern way. It's good.
Fat Man. Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
It's with Mel Gibson, and there's a handful of other actors
Is
in
this
there
like-
that are really good.
Is this a younger Mel Gibson or is this like
No,
older
this
Mel-
was done in the last 10 years. This is older Mel
okay.
Gibson playing
Okay.
Santa
That's
Claus.
funny.
This is okay. So
But they don't call him Santa Claus.
This is unstable Mel Gibson. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's got the same sort of morality of the whole situation, and it's good, but it's a weird one. But so was A Nightmare Before Christmas originally, right? We all thought that was weird at first, which is why I liked it.
I didn't think
so
it was
yeah.
weird. No, yeah.
Well, originally it was weird. It was different. Let's put it that way. It wasn't
Yes.
weird. Let's say unique, which is kind of the things I gravitate to. So, but anyway, yeah, that's some of my favorites. But I like all the stop animation with Rudolph and stuff like that.
Oh,
those
yeah.
are- you know what I'm saying? Unicorn Cornelius and the Bumble.
Mhm.
Hermie the dentist and all. That particular one. So, yep, I love all that stuff.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of misfits. So yeah, it fits out.
There you go. The Island of Misfits.
Yep.
What about
Yeah,
you?
we.
Random? Or did I skip? Who did I skip?
No,
Did
yeah,
I
you,
skip?
you
Noble.
started with
Noble.
random. We
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I like so Prep and Landing is a fun one, which is told from the little elves' point of view. It's on Disney. Little short that they it's this guy, he's supposed to be promoted to head elf and he's not, and then kind of gets annoyed. The whole idea is the little elves actually go and prep each house for Santa to land on and then deliver the presents. So they go make sure everything's in place. It's a fun little one. It's really good for the kids. And it kind of gets to the heart of what Christmas is about. So that it's got a lot of heart. My favorite, which is kind of our ritual, is White Christmas.
Ah,
With,
that's another good one.
And
Yeah.
Yes.
to me,
It's
that's the
very- I love that movie.
quintessential Christmas film. It's
Dude, I love the love story. Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it has the whole package. It's and that's that
There's
fits
humor.
in kind of
There's
the Christmas. I love big band Christmas. Like old big band jazz style Christmas music. But
Bing Crosby.
now,
Bing Crosby.
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say Bing Crosby, man.
yep, Bing. And now something actually interesting with what was it? No, I was thinking another good one is Miracle on 34th Street.
Yes.
Both versions.
The
of
that's
that.
original.
good as well.
But the
Mhm.
original.
Yes.
come on, the one you mentioned, random, that's the one that plays all the time. Why am I?
It's a
I'm
Wonderful
losing
Life.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. The reason it became a Christmas staple is actually it failed in the box office, and it was cheap to play. So it would just go on they just fill time on the around the Christmas season, and because it didn't demand a high licensing fee, that's why it kind of became a resurgent Christmas staple. I mean, not to say it's not a good story; it just didn't catch in the time like White Christmas or some of the others did. But yeah,
Hmm.
those are that, and yeah, again, some of the songs in White Christmas are just some of my favorite Christmas songs as well.
I actually have White Christmas in 4K.
Oh, there you
Because my
go.
sister
Nice.
really loves it, and that's worth picking up because it's, back in the day they filmed stuff at a very high quality. So when they upscale them or remaster them to 4K, those older ones, it's just flipping gorgeous. And
Yeah, 'cause
that
they're
movie
pulling
is
from natural
particularly
film.
very pretty. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
sister is your type? Which sister?
Are you asking?
For me,
All of you guys, yeah. Which sister?
it's the one that she's trying to get hooked up with Bing. Where
Oh,
she's yeah.
okay, Bing's because the other
Yeah.
one is more playful and she actually like tries to
Yeah,
drive and
yeah.
work along
She's
with it.
also and Danny Kaye. They're a little too busybody for me. They're trying to push things along a little too hard. It gets
Yeah, it's a little
well. And my favorite thing about that film is actually, is about the Colonel, right?
hmm
Because that's why they go up there. And
Mhm.
because he's got his failed venture, he's retired, and there's just so much heart packed into that film, and there's
I
the
just hate
tension, there's
I
a
just
love
like
story.
it wrenches when it's just like, oh my god, it's like a miscommunication. No, he doesn't mean that. No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
Like, no, stop it, just kiss already.
but it just ends at, the snow's coming through. There's a death of his dream that's pending. He's trying to, the Colonel's trying to figure out what he's going to do, and then you have the snow at the end. You have the resolution, and it builds things. The story flows really well. It's kind of fun because it's a little bit, documentary. You're kind of seeing behind the scenes of the old vaudeville type of stuff, and it's not overly. It's one of those where it's not overly about Christmas, but it takes place around Christmas, and really embodies the story in a sweet way.
And the thing too, if you think about it, is that movie was made just very close post to World War II, right? So that stuff is very raw and very real and
Yeah.
very fresh.
Yeah,
when
was
they
that
made
what,
that movie.
49 or 50? No, wait, no, I think it's later than that. It's like 50. 54.
I think it was late 50s, wasn't it?
54.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look. I don't remember my wife knows all that. I just watch it and enjoy it.
And there's a kind of I call it a sister movie to that. It's not, but we haven't mentioned it. Is Bells of St. Mary.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen that one. No.
Similar time period, and I think it's Bing Crosby.
Oh, okay. For movies for me though that I enjoy, like of course, they were discussed before, like things like Die Hard.
Oh, good. If you didn't mention, I was going to mention at the end. Yeah.
Let's just throw a controversy in there real quick.
There's
right?
something wrong with all of you.
No, it is. We're not gonna discuss it. You gotta just enjoy it because there's too many overtones of Christmas being part of that movie for it to actually not be one. But other than that, like we had Jingle All the Way is one that I always want to watch. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yes, yep.
Yeah.
I watch that one every year.
Cookies.
That's always a number one. And I never knew that Phil Hartman was actually like all those voices from The Simpsons. I never knew that up until like
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. I never knew that up until like 5 years ago. And I'm just like, what? And then he was just so versatile, but he's just like freaking, just like a crazy good actor too.
Oh, he was awesome. I don't know if y'all remember why
Troy McClure.
Why he was great. He was still really doing a lot of stuff, and then he apparently cheated on his wife, and then she decided she had to end him. That's how he
Oh, is that what happened? I heard he
Yeah.
got murdered, so she killed him?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Well, like he was playing his character from freaking Jingle All the Way. What is Ned?
That's true. That's true because he's like
Oh, no.
skeevy guy in that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's right. Yep. Maybe he wasn't acting; it was just him.
That's funny.
Yeah, Candace really loves that. She enjoys like watching the wife Liz or something. She's like in the car with him, and he's just like, trust me, there's women who would love to be in your position right now. She's like, well, I'm just a lucky girl. Oh my god! And then Arnold's just like, that's my wife. How dare you?
And that's and Sinbad was in there too, which kind of
Yep.
made it, you know.
Sinbad with the bomb in the package and it blows up. He's like, man, if that was a bomb, he's like, this is a sick world with sick people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he was actually really good. And I mean, people mocked that movie, and I think at the time it didn't do very well at all. I think it was a complete fail. But
Yeah, I think so.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger literally fights the Big Show, like in the Santa warehouse where it's the illegal Christmas toys.
Oh yeah.
And he's fighting
James
all the-
Belushi.
Yeah,
is
he's
in
fighting
there.
all the Santas.
Yeah.
The one huge Santa that he fights, I'm gonna deck your halls, bub.
Yeah,
That's
it was, yeah.
That's the Big Show.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that until after I watched a movie when I was a kid, but then like I watched like wrestling when I was like a young teen, and I saw the Big Show and I recognized that voice. I'm like, wait a second, I know that voice. It took me like a couple weeks to figure it out. I'm like, that's the guy who freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger fights in Jingle All the Way. I love doing that where I connect like actors or voices to people that like I saw when I was a kid, or like they were in like it's some kind of like video game, but now they're doing like a commercial. I'm like, hey, honey, that's that guy. And I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, look it up. I'm always right.
There was remember, so they had the big giant Santa. There's a little Santa, so it's like a midget or a dwarf, and that guy was in a bajillion movies too. You know that
Probably in Star Trek as well.
So he was doing all the rounds at that time. You still see him every now and then. I think it's been a long time though, but so personally I've noticed that when you have movies like that even if people say they suck at first, but they're full of people that are good or very well known, they're usually at least decent, if not like a cult classic. I find that all the time is the case.
Well, when it comes to cult classic, I'll do a last curveball when it comes to movies for you, and I consider it like more like a holiday movie, not strictly a Christmas movie, but Trading Places.
Yeah.
Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
so.
I had the wrong thing in
And
mind. I
as
was thinking like
Jamie-
Mr. Mom or
As
something.
Jamie
Yeah.
Lee Curtis as well. Perfectly cast. That movie is perfectly cast. One of the best movies of all time. Absolutely hilarious. Freaking like risque, but like high class raunchy risque, not like American Pie risque.
No, that's one of the best. I always remember him like Dan Aykroyd like wearing the gross dirty Santa suit and eating a piece of fish that was under his suit, and he's eating the beard.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
And like it makes me want to dry heave just even thinking about it.
Dude,
It's just so disgusting.
blackface. They had blackface. It was hilarious. Like
it was a great movie. That's a funny one. It is kind of Christmassy. I'll give you that.
yeah, because it stretches the timeline stretches. I think from the end of where I think it was Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas to the New Year, because like they were doing they're gonna do their scheme to like get one over on the guys trying to corner the market on the orange juice. So then they end up making all the money, so that's why they can retire.
Yeah, and they were going to screw with Dan Aykroyd's character and Eddie Murphy for $1 bet.
Yeah, they turn it around on him. Yeah.
You just reminded me of probably one of the best Christmas movies we have skipped over of all time. A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh my god!
Oh yes.
How the hell did we forget that one?
Well, look, hold on. Yes, absolutely. But there's another one. There's a gajillion Christmas Carol movies, right?
But
That's
Michael
one of the best
Caine,
ones.
Michael Caine, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's one of
Michael
the best
Caine.
ones.
Yep.
Yes, awesome. The only one that I'd say is equal or better is the one they did with Patrick Stewart. It was only on TBS. I watch it
Okay.
every year.
It's only
have
on.
to
It's
check
only
that.
on that station.
It was only on TBS.
Right.
Like even the recording I have of it says TBS on it.
Oh, okay.
It was not like a movie they put out. Like the Muppet one was. I think that was a
I think I
pretty
remember-
big production they released.
I think I remember watching a video of Patrick Stewart, and it was like talking about like his like iconic like characters, and he touched on that for like a couple seconds, saying he really enjoyed playing.
It was extremely well done. It's in my opinion, by far the best Christmas Carol because he just knocks it out of the park, and everyone else in it was great too. Like it's like you feel like you're there with that story because it's really really good.
There's some.
go ahead.
There's some made-for-TV sleepers out there that are just they punch above their class and they just kind of get lost.
That's true. I agree with that.
Hey, man.
And there's one from there's a Christmas Carol that I found that I only made it like halfway through with Henry Winkler, probably around the time when he was doing Happy Days.
Okay.
And it was so dark and depressing, I couldn't make it but halfway through it. Like he was awesome, man. Like he was great, but it was like so like sad. I was like, I can't handle it.
Interesting.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of Christmas sleepers that are just on TV that a lot of people don't know about, like A Royal Christmas, a girl's Royal Christmas. There's Christmas in the Pine Trees. There's girl comes home for Christmas. There's a royal wedding with Christmas related, and those you can all find on the Hallmark Channel.
It's like the same thing over.
I was gonna
Right,
say,
Right,
yeah.
right. It's they just well, what do you want on your hamburger today? Do you want onions or pickles or lettuce?
Yes,
It's all the same thing. Just what package do you want it served in?
Yes, it is the city girl goes home for Christmas and falls in love with the lumberjack. Oh wait, no, not the lumberjack. This time it's the guy who owns the bookstore. Oh wait, no, this time it's the.
Yep.
Oh, but they throw some curveballs because sometimes the guy has to come home after making a life for himself and meets up with like an old high school sweetheart or something like that.
I saw one like that recently. I typically don't care for any movie like that. This moment I sniff out that that's what it is. I don't watch it. But I found one recently that I watched anyway because it had Chevy Chase in it. But Chevy Chase like recently. So he's like,
that's
like
funny.
70-something years old. Yeah. And he's not funny guy. He's like an ass. And which I heard he actually is. But I don't know clearly. But in this movie, he's just an ass. And he's like the dad or something. And like I watched the whole thing. It was pretty good.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love.
I will say that crapping on Hallmark films and the the kind of cookie cutter thing that they have going on aside, I think that there are some good films that they do that are out there. So
well, even the cookie cutter ones, there's a lot of people like those, and I think it's
100%.
clearly aimed at the female audience, but a lot of people like those. So
I don't mind watching a queen trying to get this new tart that her son is trying to marry. She's trying to get her dumped for the ex-girlfriend who's more like high society and stuff. I don't mind watching that. That's fine, as long as there's.
What the
Christmas
hell are you
involved.
talking about?
Well, hey, that's what happens like in a lot of these ones where the queens. It's usually the prince has a new girlfriend that he picked up, you know, in America.
Oh,
So-
okay. I see what you're saying.
And then the queen is like, no, I need to force you to get together with your old girlfriend who is like a duchess of somewhere.
You're talking about the royal version of that, which there is a lot of those too. You're right. My daughter likes those, so
Yeah,
that's how
Those
I
are
know
always
about
fun to
those.
watch because like those are always fun to watch because I like to watch
Yes.
like the whole pomp and stuff like that and how they try to like fake being like some kind of like medieval century castled small tiny little country in the middle of Europe somewhere.
A castle's always involved every time. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like fake ass coat of arms and shit like that. It's hilarious.
Oh, as a point of interest in the, you mentioned Patrick Stewart's, Christmas Carol or whatnot.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is just something I was off on the side looking up. Apparently, Patrick Stewart had a one-man reading acting of the story. So it made his first appearance apparently in London on Broadway. 1988. So that might be one of the reasons why
he was doing it
later made
live.
apparently, yeah, on stage. It was on stage.
Oh wow!
Yeah. He used a table, chair, stool, lectern, and a book.
Yeah, they
He-
shot
he's
they
a- he-
shot it very they shot the actual movie very like theatrically styled.
So I wouldn't be surprised they drew
yeah.
from what he was doing in 1988 and on.
Interesting. Yeah,
Well, and
he's
he-
done
he's
a lot of.
he's a real actor.
Stage.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yes.
Mhm.
My parents saw one of his plays. I forget which one.
Yeah, he
Was it
was
good?
he was not just Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, he started he started in stage acting. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know if it was good. I just know my mom was like she saw Patrick Stewart in his underwear on stage. I think that was that if I remember.
Is that
that's
why
what-
she went?
Yeah, that's how. Well, I don't know.
I'm sure he was
Mom
a
just
prime
told me stuff.
specimen back in the day.
Yeah.
No, he's really good. He's always been. I think that's one of the reasons the Next Generation was so good was because
Yes.
not just because of him, but due in large part because of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree.
He-
well, I mean,
he-
the writing definitely, but yes, I think that you need to have a good actor at the.
Yeah, you need to have
helm.
a firm moral backbone.
Yeah,
And
he
you need
did.
to convey that.
He brought the gravitas that they needed, and made that because I grew up on TNG, so that was
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
good
he was like he
times.
was older, experienced guy that no matter what happened,
Yeah.
he was never rattled. And when
Yeah, he's
other people
stoic.
didn't know what to do, they went to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. And he did that same really hardcore solid acting he did in that A Christmas Carol movie, and it's just it by far in my mind the best Christmas Carol movie.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
That's
haven't seen it. I mean,
similar
I
to
don't
the-
want to. I don't want to judge. I haven't seen it, so I'll have to like hold my judgment until I do. But like Michael Caine, oh my god, like
Yeah.
he's such a he's not overly archingly evil. He's just cold and measured, pretty much. But then
Well, he's the same sort of level of actor as Patrick Stewart, where
Yeah.
he's just
I was about to say that too.
ridiculously good.
Yeah, he can play. He's played comedy. He did a movie where he played Sherlock Holmes, but he was hired by Dr. Watson, who was the actual clever detective to hide his identity, and it was just a funny version of
Holmes was the beard. No.
yeah. And it's a funny take on the thing, and with Michael Caine. Then you had him in Secondhand Lions. Good lord!
Oh,
Uh,
holy crap! Yes,
I don't want to
Dude,
take
that
it,
is-
like that's worthy of its own conversation. You know,
Yes.
or movie conversation at some point. I don't want to take us down the road on that, but that same level of, everything. And the fact that he brought it around, the Muppet again back to the Muppet Christmas Carol, he played that role so deeply perfect.
yeah. He was with puppets,
Yeah,
and you kind of completely lose that he. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
He's like so into it that
Yeah,
it doesn't
laser
even seem like
focused.
there's a thing.
Treating them seriously like they're people. Yep.
Well, the thing I've
100%.
heard actually about the Muppets is people will forget that they're actually puppets. They'll start to have conversations with them, and then forget. Like, oh, that's right. This is just
Someone's
just a
hand
puppet.
up
Yeah.
up a
So
felt
he doesn't get credit for
construction.
that, but he does get, but he played the transformation well, which is, again, that's one of the most deeply Christian stories you have around Christmas, aside from the nativity story itself.
True. Agreed.
Alrighty, I think we'll wrap it up with one last question for everybody here, and that is, even though it is a little tight this Christmas when it comes to trying to figure out what is the best gift to get everybody, especially with certain prices on things still being a little bit high. But what kind of gift giver are you? Like, what do you like to get for people? Are you kind of like more of a minimalist, or is it more like you kind of like find something that's more heartfelt, or do you like to go big, or what do you like to do? How do you like to gift?
I I'm a little strange, I would say, I guess, in terms of the gifts I give for my nieces and nephews. I've actually taken to giving them a silver eagle for every single one of their cousins. So for every one of their cousins, and I think if I'm remembering correctly, also themselves, they have a silver eagle, and that's the reason why I gave it to them, is because it's something that will always hold value. The first time I gave that to once I had the idea and I gave it to my niece and my nephew, they had a treasure map that they had to use in order to find the gift that I had
Ooh.
hidden in a it's my grandmother's who passed a long while back, a jewelry box that looks like a pirate treasure chest. So I put it in there, and when they got to the end of the map, there was I hear there be treasure, and at the end I informed them that the treasure that was here was not actually coins, but it was them. So I guess in a way I'm a little bit of a strange, but also kind of thoughtful, I guess, or I try to be anyway. So I guess that's kind of a little bit of an insight there. So.
Yeah, kind of like adding more of a message to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
my strategy is hard to describe. I get a sense for things. I try to, as a gift giving style, I try to find something in whatever price point I can afford that fills a niche or a need or interest for who I'm giving for, that they wouldn't buy for themselves. So, one good example is my my sister-in-law's husband. So my wife's sister's husband. I only see him around holidays. I don't know him very well at all. But I had this sense. I was like, I should get him. I got him a cutting board that it had a drawer and knives in it. And every time sometimes he's working when we get up there. They're a couple hours away, so it varies what day we actually get to them after Christmas for celebration. But he's using that anytime I see him cooking now. So, and has for the last it's like been a decade. So I just get this. I find something and go, this fits this person for some reason, and then I try not to overthink it.
It's almost kind of like a dude thing, though, right? Like to receive a tool, which is essentially what that was. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm 100% good with that.
Yeah,
All right.
Well, it's and this is unique to me. I can't like this isn't a style I can train. I'm the only person my wife doesn't mind getting gifts from because she's almost always disappointed. Because she's like, this is what I want. And people are like, they'll get her something different or like they think it's like it and it's not, you know. But I've got that sense where I can kind of pick up on people's taste. So that's whatever that is.
All right. Vermicious, how do you gift?
So I don't have a lot of family anymore. So essentially, it's just primarily it's just my daughter, right? And you know, she's near 20 now. So been doing that for a while, and I've tried a couple of different strategies, but the one I enjoy the most is I really try to kind of like you're saying a little bit, Noble, where she'll talk to me about stuff, and she may tell me some things or a realm of things, and I try to find something very specific that means something, you know, for her at that time. You know, so like, you know, she may say she wants a thing. I don't go get that thing. I look through as much as I can find and try to find a special version or something that you know is more like her for that thing type of deal. And I do try to surprise her from time to time. In fact, she's got one coming this year she doesn't know about. So yeah, it's like that kind of thing. I always try to put some effort into it, but I enjoy that part as well. She did one Christmas where she's like, these are the things I want. She's like, the specific things, go get them. And I did that, and I freaking hated myself. It was no fun. It was just sucked out the joy. And I told her, it's like, we are not doing that again. So
It's almost like trying to solve a puzzle that you don't know all of the parameters to, or something.
I guess it is, but it's like you get to solve it, but you also get to personalize it. But you get to choose how to personalize it for that person. So
Yeah,
I find it highly enjoyable. I'm not sure if it's just for my daughter. I don't think so. That's the only person I get to use it on. But you know, that is just fun as hell for me.
Yeah, I like to blend that because like you want to make it like kind of like, you know, your own personal effort, like what your input on what like a gift is, even though they're saying like, hey, I want this or this, because it almost seems like it's, even if you get exactly that, it's kind of like phoning it in because they're saying, oh, give that to me. It's like the bar is set to like, as long as you can pay for it, you get what I want. Because like there's always that personal aspect that kind of like makes a gift like an actual like gift. That's why I said like
it's effort too, right? Because you put effort into that. Like if somebody says, get me this very specific thing, there is zero effort in that. All you did was exchange money for it. No effort, right? So
now I do like Noble, like you were saying, like you have this knack for like finding like these things that are like unique or like out of the ordinary. Like I want to aspire to that. Like sometimes like occasionally I do, like I found like my father-in-law a nice veteran themed hoodie that is personalized to his sports team. So he really I got that for him last year. He like really enjoys that. He wears that pretty much almost all the time now when it gets cold. So that makes you feel good. But like also, even though like I want to be like that, like find something unique, I also know that a lot of the time it's, if you get something more than once like every year, but it's something that person really enjoys, they have no problem with it. Because like I'll buy my wife certain makeups and like tickets to things that she wants to do, because she always wants to do it every year, or she always wants to get new makeup every year. So now it's the perfect time to get her that stuff. So even though it's like almost like the same gift, even though it's kind of like needs and wants, and even though like the timing of it, even though it's like a gift, like this is to meet you, like that also like means something. So like I'll always get like my mother-in-law like this one liquor that she loves to get, because she says it's her favorite thing, but I only see her drinking it like twice a year, and it's one of the times that she's drinking it is when I get it for her as a gift. So like it's kind of like stuff like that. So like I always want, because like I want to be unique and stand out and like get something that is out of the ordinary, but then it's also kind of like the fear of the unknown, almost kind of like, because I know like there's this wheelhouse of something that they really enjoy and they always like it. It's almost kind of like at some points they expect to get what they always get every year, because they're expecting it because they want to use it or have it. Because I always want to get Hickory Farms. You need to get me Hickory Farms. I need Hickory Farms
You
every
can't go
year.
wrong with meat and cheese,
I
man.
need summer sausage.
Yes.
My sister, like you're talking, Swamp. My sisters do that for my dad every year. The both of them get him like either a bottle of Wild Turkey or Jack Daniels, and it's every year. And like that is perfectly okay with him. He's 100% happy with that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you know what? Where are we up? Oh wow, yeah, it's a great discussion. Good times had by all. So we'll round this out. I'll ask you guys. It is right around the corner. We are 5 days away from Christmas. What will you guys be doing this Christmas? You guys traveling? People coming to you? What are you up to?
Well, I'll be seeing some of my family. Some of my family's down in with their extended family or their in-laws or whatnot. But yeah, I'll be having a meal with them if I can. Depends on my mother is working out specifically when they're going to have a gathering, and depending on when it's held, because I work that night, both Christmas Eve night and then Christmas night as well. We'll see if I'm actually going to be able to make it over there, but yeah, this year's a little bit weird. So, but it won't be a far travel or anything like that. So it's if I can make it, I will. If not, it's I can always see them later.
Mm-hmm. Noble, go ahead.
For me, we'll be staying in the area. I'm actually playing bass for our Christmas Eve services on the 23rd and 24th. So we'll all get back from that, and then we will have a little my family over for like a little Christmas dinner or supper, and then Christmas afternoon we'll be over to my in-laws who are in town here.
Nice. Mrs.
My holidays are usually, especially like the big ones, are usually split into where in the morning time we will go to my daughter's grandparents' house and do like Thanksgiving or Christmas. And my family will come later because they don't plan anything and they're always late. So we do theirs later. In fact, I'm sure everyone has someone in their family that doesn't ever plan anything or plan to play. Well, both my sisters, as of today, I'm still trying to work out what's going to happen Christmas with them. So, like they haven't decided like what to bring, food, whatever. I've offered to cook. We don't know what that's going to be yet, so I haven't gone to the store, nothing like that. So, it's like a game. I quit being mad about it at this point. I just roll with it as best I can.
Yep, we always do the traveling on Christmas, so I'll be going to my parents' place. We're going to parents-in-law. Then we will go down and say hello to the cousins in York, and then be back up, and then just to enjoy the evening, probably watch some movies and stuff like that, and then New Year's Eve. I'll tack this on New Year's Eve. We're gonna go out to a nice restaurant, have a good New Year's Eve dinner, and then
cool.
come back and then watch the ball drop. So, but yeah, so we'll round this out here. I hope all of you that watch this enjoyed. I hope you guys will have a nice holiday yourself, however you're celebrating, except for Kwanzaa. That's not a real thing. And I hope you guys enjoy your New Year's festivities, and we will see you back again in 2026, fresh and ready. So with that, I'll let you guys all say goodbye.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, absolutely.
All right. And yep. And from me to all of you, have a very Merry Christmas. This has been the Swamp Cleaner. See you guys later.